Hey y'all, peace on earth and love and light to you. Okay, so this is the second time I'm recording this video. So I'm gonna try to explain this again. First of all, I would like to introduce y'all. Y'all know what this is. This is the Buddha. The Buddha head. And I just like the whole energy of Buddha. When I was doing my research, just things that I look at from time to time, I just found out some interesting things about Buddha. And like, so I was like, whenever I can, I'm gonna get me a Buddha. And this is just like a little cheap one, but since it looks so much like it, I was like, okay, I have to get one and just have it in my videos because I really love the energy of him, because like I really love the wisdom and the intellect that he had. So you're going to be seeing him more and more in my videos. So this is pick a card reading for, this is the, even the cards are already out, you're going to still be led to one of these cards. And this is going to be like the best possible outcome. What is the best possible outcome? What should I do? I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to quite name this yet, but I'm going to tell you where I got this idea. First of all, so you will know what you're looking at. This is what you're going to be drawn to: card 1, 2, or 3. And whatever your situation is that you want to know the outcome. So you're in a situation right now and you want to know the outcome of it. Maybe you're just not in a situation, maybe you just want to, maybe you just have some type of idea and you're drawn to one of these cards. Whichever out of whichever three, one of these three cards best fits whatever you want to know, just stay tuned and I'm going to see if I can pick up on that. So, and if it's not here, then stay tuned after these three, because I'm going to pull three more cards. Okay, so and the timestamps are going to be below. And like I say, I've said in a couple of my videos so far, the timestamps are there when we tend to ramble, because I do tend to ramble. But at the beginning of the video, you guys, there are instructions that you should follow, and this is kind of why you might not get correct answers sometimes. And you guys, I made another video and it's called why was my pick a card reading wrong? So that was very interesting. So go and watch that video if I put it up before this one. So I need to tell you guys this. This is where I got these. So see which card you led to, but this is where I got this idea from, okay? Because I was watching the Avengers, the Marvels movie, the Avengers, the last one. So spoiler alert. So kind of fast forward if you don't want to hear this and you haven't seen it. But it doesn't really tell anything. It's just one small part of the movie. But those of you who saw it, do you remember when Doctor Strange was like went up in meditation and he was trying to see different outcomes of the war? I don't know how many different outcomes he came with, but you guys, that is kind of what happens to pick a card readings sometimes. Sometimes we get an answer and then we wonder why it's wrong. And in that video that I did, I never came up with that answer. Like, I had other answers, but I never came up with that. The universe just changed. Sometimes, you can get a yes, this is for you, a no, this is not for you, and then the answer changed because the universe is constantly changing. And that's why I'm gonna try to look at your different possible outcomes. And people have free will, you guys. So I'm just gonna see how many different types of outcomes there are. Okay, so let me tell you guys that this is not me being arrogant or anything, because I just want to say that, but I believe you guys would know that anyways. This is just me saying, I know that this is a peculiar video. I see other peculiar pick a card videos on YouTube, and the next thing I know, a lot of other people are doing these videos. Okay, so we are always constantly doing a lot of videos, right? Especially like yes or no's, general message from the spirit. What does the universe want us to know? And that's all well and good. But sometimes when I see a peculiar video and then I see someone else doing it, Like, I know that that person is just doing it probably because they saw this person got so many views. They felt like, oh, what a cool idea, I can get that many views. But you guys, it's never about the views to me. It's always just about the work, doing the spiritual work. So the thing is, a lot of times, I've seen a couple of times, there's been twice where I've seen a video and I just think the video can really help my subscribers. So I'll comment and I'll say, hey, this is a really good idea. Like, do you mind if I do this? And and actually, the two times that I've had those ideas, I've never even went through with it because spirit don't tell me to. So a lot of times, you guys, when you see these peculiar videos and like, I know I never seen a video like that nowhere else, and then you see like another one on someone else's channel, like, I just will hope that reader um went to their spiritual team and see, was it okay, because if I'm not given the idea, then I'm not trying to take that idea and act as if it was my own, or you don't know who did this first, or let me try to do this. Let me see if I can do this because I'm magical too, and I just want to show my little gift off, and I just want to show that I can do this too. And you guys, I already know, like, it's some people, like, it's some really gifted psychics out there that I don't have nothing on these people, and they're so gifted, and some of the videos that they do, I would not even attempt, some of the subjects that they are on, I would not attempt, okay? I mean, what's something that I don't attempt to do? And past lives, I would not attempt it. What do I? That's not. I would not attempt it. Okay, so that is just not my expertise. But and then you get to these videos, and then they don't make any sense because sometimes people are just trying to get the views, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea," but make sure that spirit has given you that idea too. But usually, especially if it's a peculiar video, I'm gonna say where I got the idea from, and I know that this is a peculiar one, and I just really feel like if anyone wants to do it, hey, that's all well and good with me. But and I'm not saying make sure you have the gift first. I'm not saying nothing like that because my gifts is the same as yours, and if you guys don't know, gifts comes without repentance, okay? And that just means that you can be a bad person with a good gift. So hey, it's true. So so I'm not saying that it's not about the gift in this matter. It's just about sometimes you really have to see if spirit giving that person a specific reading to give to us, to their subscribers, or the people that are gonna come to the video for a certain reason, okay? And maybe if the idea was for you, then maybe spirit would have gave you that idea. Maybe you just don't have a certain maybe it's just maybe it's just all about comprehension. Maybe you just don't, you have not been through what that person has been through, so you might not want to try their particular reading. That is all I'm saying. And if it is a peculiar reading, I just will hope that you all will go to spirit and ask first, because like I said, I usually tell the reader that I'm going to do it, especially if I know it's something peculiar, and then I'm going to see if spirit even wants me to do it. But it's never because of the numbers, because that's why a lot of times people are looking at other videos and they just say, oh, what a good idea, and I'm going to do it too, just because they see your numbers, or they see that, oh, that's a pretty cool gift that she has or that he has, and I'm going to see if I have that gift too. When it should never be about that. It should always be about service, okay? So I'm just going to go to this first one right here. Like I said, I already pulled the cards, and I was seeing one outcome and I couldn't think of another outcome, so I had to pull the other card. But the thing was, those of you who are drawn to this one came to this card simply because it's just a lot on your mind. And one thing I was hearing, the spirit was just saying, all this that is on your mind, just simply let it go. So if you guys are not familiar with my videos, or if you are familiar with my videos, I'll tell you guys sometimes I pay attention to whether they are upside down, but in this case it's helping me read the card better, the fact that it's upside down. But it doesn't have nothing that you should be bothered with if you're thinking about that. But I heard Spirit saying, let this situation go. And this was the first outcome that I was hearing. If you don't let this situation go, one possible outcome is that this situation is actually going to take you over, basically. And it's gonna stress you out. We all know stress kills, and it's not a death situation. Well, we know what stress does to your body, and I really see this situation making you sick. I see you holding on to this situation so tightly that it's gonna start taking a toll on your physical health and your mental health, okay? So right now you can't see it. You're just looking at the situation. I see a lot of hurt. I see someone that's probably I see particularly a woman hurt from a man. And this is something that you're gonna just have to let go, and you're gonna have to stop worrying about what this person is doing, okay? Because you can't see it right now, but one outcome is that I actually see you letting this just totally take a toll on your mental health, and it's gonna start affecting you physically. So once I couldn't see past that, you guys, because like I said, this is the second time I did this video, and I didn't get through the whole video, so I just got through a couple of cards. But once you I couldn't see past that first outcome, and it was the fact that you guys were holding on. Someone is just holding on to this situation so tightly. So I pulled another card for the outcome, and this guidance card came out. And I was talking about how you're gonna get out of this situation. 33 is a number for ascended masters. It's by you calling on your ascended masters and your guides, your spiritual team, and they are going to literally give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. That quote right there is in the Christian Bible. If you guys don't know, I'm not a very religious person, but I do remember some things from that, but from the Bible, and I love that they are going to literally show you how to get out of this. Do some third chakra meditation. So, I see the situation that you're in now is that you have this situation on your mind. And right now, the only outcome that I see to this, and you can't see it right now, is that this is going to make you really sick, actually. But the way that you get out of this situation is by calling on your spiritual guides, because you're not going to be able to get out of this by yourself. They're going to have to help you with this, because it's just such a stronghold. And that was the only outcome that I saw to this situation. So that is your possible outcome. Just that one. So, and when it came to this one, this is the second one. For those of you who are led to this, it seems like some of you guys are concerned about your future, and you kind of want to know about your finances. You want to know, are you going to be stuck in this situation forever? I saw one outcome, whereas some of you will remain stagnant in this situation, because I just see some laziness going on. You just not willing to put in the amount of studying that's required, and it's I'm just looking at this person like this fulfillment card is here, which is good. Fulfillment is here. Success is there for you, but it's like this person is studying, they're working for it. So it's not just a matter of putting in physical work, but the mental work. And I see you guys trying to this situation, this financial situation, you're gonna have to study more to get out of this situation. Okay, you can't just focus on one way of doing things. And like I was saying, some of you rely a lot on YouTube videos. Come out of that. Some of you guys rely on not YouTube videos but more so books. Come out of that and stay in your books but go more towards videos or just anything. I'm just saying just anything, but stay on your YouTube videos but don't do as much and go more towards books, you know. And thing is, it's all about the way you learn, because I have to watch videos, I have to listen, because I am, you know, I learn better when I hear. That's just, I've always been like that. So it's just that you just can't get too comfortable. That's your first outcome. If you do not, if you want to know about your future and your finances, okay, if you do not put in the mental brain power that you should put in, then you're going to stay in the same situation that you have now, because your financial situation is, it takes some research to get out of. This is going to take some research to get out of. Okay, so that's one possible outcome for some of you. I see another possible outcome for maybe for some of you also, and this is kind of the opposite. This is someone who is already studying, and it's just the fact that you're just, that's all you're doing is studying, and you're gonna miss out on your future because you're not taking enough of action. Okay, so be careful with that. Those of you who do have to start studying, some of you are actually gonna start doing it so much that you're going to stay that way also. So there's another possible outcome for you. The fact that you're gonna go into it, and then you're gonna I see you becoming overwhelmed, and then you're gonna stay in your situation because you're gonna be of too overwhelmed and or either afraid to take action. So that's another possible outcome. So there's two. So be aware of that, you guys. If you're trying to get out this situation, know that you have to put more brain power in this, but also know that, also be aware of when you do start to do this, that it is a possibility that you're going to get overwhelmed and that you're going to stay in this situation because of you being overwhelmed. So know when to start, know when to stop. So you guys, I see two possible outcomes. Or the thing is, I also see that this is inevitable. Every time I attempt to say that word, y'all know when I try to attempt to say certain words, I can't say inedible. This is going to happen. Someone is on the right path. The spirit is saying, stay on that path, okay? And it's almost as if your outcome is the fact that this is going to happen because you're already on the right track. So those of you who want to know about your finances in your future, like I said, the success is here. So, but the only reason that you won't find success is if you kind of stay in your head too much, and if you don't do the required mental work to get there. And when you do the work to get there, that you stay there, you stay in your head too much, you won't get here. Be aware of that. Those are your possible outcomes to your finances. But the thing is, some of you are already on the right track, and you are going to get there. Those of you who are led to this last card, I feel like you were drawn to this card out of a relationship because you know that you are like kind of giving too much of yourself. So yes, someone is just giving too much of themselves, and that's why you was drawn to this card, because this is a relationship situation. You were drawn to this card because This is just someone who is with someone, and you want to know about you guys' future. So, this situation is kind of, it looks literal. Almost as if you're giving too much of yourself to someone who's not worth it. Like Lord Ganesh, you're giving to this rat. There's so many ways that I interpret this card. I usually interpret this card in a positive way, but in this case, this is you giving too much of yourself to someone who doesn't deserve it. So let me tell you one possible outcome. You're gonna find out that this person is a rat. You're gonna find out that this person is not who you think this person is. And if you continue to stay, if you don't change the mindset you have and start to know your worth, then you're going to eventually just it's kind of hard to explain. Sometimes you guys, when sometimes when we don't work on changing the mindsets that we have, um it's like you kind of get it's kind of like you just get stuck in that, you just kind of get used to it. And I don't want you to become used to this. I don't want you to become the person that people just are going to get over on you and continue to use you. If you're a natural giver, hey, that's fine. That's great. But know your worth and don't become the person that that actually just gets used to being the one that is being like a pushover, or being the one that get um people get over on. And another outcome is I just see you actually working on yourself, changing that mindset so you won't get stuck in that type of mindset, and you won't get used to that mindset, and just some people just become used to that mindset, and it just stays what's familiar to them, and then they just basically stay that way. But I see you working on yourself. I see you changing that mindset. And once you do this, I see true love coming into your life, okay? I really do see a happy ending. And you're wondering, is a happy do you have a happy ending? Is this true love there for you? Yes, this true love is. You're just gonna have to, I just see some of you just having to work on your self-worth. Hey, it's good that you're a natural giver. Cause a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of people don't have just big hearts like that, and you have this big heart, which is great. Just do not give too much of yourself, okay? That's your possible outcome. You're actually going to see the this person for who they really are, the rat for who they really are. And another outcome, you're gonna work on yourself and change it so you can meet the love of your life. So that's all for these three cards. Let's go to the next three. Okay, you guys, see what situation is your situation, or something that could be similar to your situation. Card 1, card 2, or card 3, and I'm going to see what possible outcome you have. Those of you who relate to this first card, this beginnings card came out, and I'm just hearing, first thing I'm hearing is life, possible outcome. I hear life, so I'm thinking of a birth. Um, I'm seeing a birth of a baby. So one possible outcome is that, well, the outcome of this situation, if you're here to see if you're gonna have a baby in the future, or if you're pregnant, then the answer is yes. That's your outcome. I hear girl. Could definitely be a boy, but I hear girl. I'm just hearing life and birth. Actually, whatever reason you're here for, this is just something that's gonna bring a lot of newness to you. A lot of prosperity to you. The only outcome I see is something positive. Either way you go, I see his hands up, see his hands down. Either way you go, whatever you choose, this is good for you. So, your outcomes are good. What are your possible outcomes? Either which way you choose is good because I feel like you're already on the right path. That's your positive outcomes. That was really short, right? Because I don't see a bad outcome. Every outcome is positive. Either way you go, however you want to choose this, every outcome will be good. Those of you who are led to this card, I feel like some of you just kind of wanted a message for spirit. Possible outcome. Okay, so this is one thing. I just see some of you just soaring up, going up, up, up in the spirit. Just ascending higher in knowledge. Knowledge and power. I just see you being, I just see your gifts just increasing and getting more powerful. Just increasing. If you kind of just wanted a message for us from spirit, when it comes to your life, any outcome that you were looking for, it's just you ascending higher. Whatever outcome that you were looking for or that you're wondering about, you're going to be ascending higher. You're just going to be going up in spirit because you are a spiritual person. This is who you are. Your work is spiritual. You are a light worker. I think that's pretty much all. Cause I don't see anything. I don't see anything or feel anything else from this situation. So this is all positive. Also, I only see you going up from here. I don't see any kind of negative outcome. I don't see any other outcome. Only that you are ascending and going up higher and higher. Good for you. That is great. Those of you who led to this last card here. And I feel like you were led to this card because this is how you're feeling. It's like some of you are just seeking to go somewhere. You want to belong. You have a sense of you're kind of lonely. And you want someone, you're seeking someone, you want to belong somewhere. Some of you want to move. One outcome is I see something being very lucrative, very successful, a lot of money. From whatever this situation is, one of your outcomes is I see a lot of hard work that has already been done. Not you necessarily needing to do anymore. That won't hurt either if you did. And of course, you're gonna always do hard work and seek hard work, and not necessarily hard work. No hard work. I just heard that. Some of you are learning to work smarter, not harder. So of course, you're gonna always have some type of work, have always some type of educating yourself that you're gonna some kind of research that you're gonna have to do to get to this point, of course. But this is what I'm really seeing. I see that you have already surpassed a lot of that, and the only outcome, the only way I see is up. That's for all three of these cards. The only thing that I see is up. So look, these are your outcomes for this card. One is very lucrative, okay? Whichever way you're trying to go, one of your outcomes is just that the fact that you've worked so hard to get there, you've done all this work. It's just like success is coming now, money is coming now. Here's another outcome. This is not a possible outcome. This is just another outcome. This is what's going to happen. Also, this is not just something that can change. This is just something that's going to happen. On these three cards, I don't really. I It's not that I'm seeing any changes at all. I'm just seeing you kind of laughing in the face of your enemies, kind of sitting on top of your enemies. And I'm not saying, and it's just the fact that people know like rats are scared of elephants, and I know this Lord Ganesha because I've had people say that's not an elephant, it's Lord Ganesha. I know, but I'm just saying in this case, we all know that saying. So I just see you like just not being afraid of some of the things that used to make you afraid. The only outcome that I have on this one is something positive. I don't see any negativity. So, one of your outcomes is that you're going to be very lucrative. Another one of your outcomes, this is going to happen also. This is not the universe changing anything because this is going to happen. You actually sitting on top of your enemies, meaning you have risen above them. Like being able to actually laugh in their faces and say, ha ha ha, you said I wasn't going to make it. Look at me now. So it's kind of neat. The first three cards was kind of like stuff that people had to work on, and then the second set, these just happen to be very positive. But I feel like the first ones are positive too, because I feel like in my videos, we work on ourselves. That's why I always say continue to come and grow with me and subscribe, you guys. That's what I want you to do now. Let me know down in the comment section how well this resonated with you, because in my videos we grow and we grow together. So anything that I have to say, usually the people who are led to my videos are the people who are not afraid to do the hard work on themselves, and actually say, hey, if this is something that Gabrielle or any other reader is telling me that I need to work on, then I'm going to work on it. So I'm going to be able to get exactly what I deserve. Okay, so that's why I say that. Okay, boo. So that's why I say that all my readings are positives, because I'm always saying how we can get over certain hurdles and how we can help ourselves just to get to the next level. So I'm never going to like bash anyone on any one of my readings. That is not my style. And I haven't seen any reader on YouTube. I haven't came across anyone yet that have done that. So that is all, you guys. Continue. Did you guys like this? I'm still not sure what I'm going to name it, but I hope that I helped you in your situation out for you to have a positive outcome. No matter what the situation is, let me know down in the comments if any of this resonated with you. That is all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe. Bye.